new PAC board, a levels board. Been working on the back end for this for a while, like everything else, right? You've probably seen some stuff up here. So we'll go over what the basics of what PAC is, what this means, and how that kind of like can help encourage and kind of stretch and get you to kind of do other things moving forward to use our fitness and strength and capability outside of the studio, right? So Prevail Adventure Club, think of that as this is like a bonus to the Prevail system, right? So this isn't something that's like a requirement or something that you have to be part of, like, have to be like, I don't know, admitted into, right? This is just a way we like to express what we can do outside the studio, right? So Danny and I and parts of the team love going out and like getting in the dirt and playing around, right? Getting out in nature. So Prevail Adventure Club is an extension of that, right? And it's going to come in from a different few ways. The way this board's going to work is this is kind of like the levels for the other, like inside the studio. And there's different levels depending on the length and elevation of the thing that you go do. Level 1 through 7. So if you look at this level 1, it's like 5+ miles, and you did 500+ feet of elevation gain. So, and all the levels have a little bit more, and kind of gets crazy at the top. The idea here is that if you complete a single like thing, either by yourself or with some friends or with Prevail, that if you complete it and you've got some sort of proof, either like a Strava or AllTrails like recorded thing, you get to sign that section of the wall. So you can sign multiple sections, or you can just sign the section that you've done, or you can sign more than once, right? So if you do one thing, put a little asterisk next to your name, and you could say, like specifically like rim to rim, I could put like 7 asterisks next to my name that I've done that level more than one time. So that's the idea behind what this board is and how you can kind of use that, which is just a little bit of just like fun, cool, a little bit of recognition that you've done some things. We're going to explore some more ideas about like, fun like ways to add pictures if you're wearing Prevail gear, like out at your thing that you're doing, taking pictures at a summit or at the end of a hike. That'll be coming in the future. But basically, all you need to do is show us that you've done it, and then you get to sign the wall at that section that you do. So that's what this is for. And then PAC, we're going to have a Google Doc, which we'll kind of drop below. And you're going to have access to what all these levels mean. And then we're also going to be putting in examples of what these levels are. So that'll be either AllTrails or races that kind of qualify for one of these levels. And then we're going to start to build a list of these things that we do, that you find. So we can really have this like super cool library of a whole bunch of like level 2 PAC type things that you can go do on your own, or you can do with friends and family, or you can, start to create some sort of like smaller group within the studio of people that you would like to go do those things with. And then randomly, Prevail will be doing something as well that will be like a levels event, right? So speaking of an event that we're going to do this year is going to be a level 2 event, and that's going to be Flower Moon, part of the Outlaw 100, which is like a race type of series. And even though it is a race, something that I want to stretch your brains with, right, is that doing an ultra, doing a trail run, one of the best things about trail runs is that there's plenty of time. Walking is encouraged. The atmosphere is really great, super laid back. It's a bunch of people who are just like us, who are like, don't take themselves too seriously, but they're out there just like to have a good time. So that level 2 event will be Flower Moon, May 11th. Inside that Google Doc, there's also a full, I built a free training plan for you for half marathon that'll get you prepared in 12 weeks to do that. And we're already signed up for the half marathon, so we'd love for you to do either the half marathon or sign up for the 4 mile, right? There's also a full if you want to get super crazy, or a 50 miler if you really want to get super crazy. But you can ask us more about that specific event coming into the future. But that'll be a level 2 event in May. And then throughout the months and throughout different times of the year, we're also going to be doing like a random step up part day, like on a Saturday or Sunday or something, where we're going to go over like how we do heart rate based step ups, or we'll do like a random pop up stair climb or Turkey Mountain or Mount Scott. And those will be at we'll let you guys know when we pop those things up. Sometimes we give you like a day notice or 10, 15 days notice where we get outside and offer you the opportunity to come hang out outside and play in the dirt. So all these are, speaking of, all these are in the dirt. So that's the point. You get outside, get in the dirt, stretch your comfort zone a little bit, which is also one of the Prevail principles, right? So when was the last time you signed up for something that made you uncomfortable, which is a really super important part of your own headspace growth? Okay, so that's PAC. Super pumped about this board. If you've done anything in the past and you want to sign the board, right, just show us proof that you've done it, and you'll get to sign the board. You can sign it in more than one location if you want to. So that's PAC.